Can I just start this off by saying how exciting it is to see a new Spider-Man show? 4 years ago, Marvel Spider-Man ended, and ever since then, we haven't seen a new Spider-Man show. I mean, yeah, we weren't drowning from a lack of Spider-Man content or anything. In fact, we were drowning from so much Spider-Man content. But there was a severe, oh my god, there was a severe lack of cartoons. Hello, it's me, Future Polly. You may see me a few times throughout this video. I'd like to clarify that some of those projects were around when Marvel Spider-Man was still running, but the thing is, nobody cared or talked about, so I think that still stands. Also, I don't count that preschool show because it's literally for like 4-year-olds. I personally think the TV shows with the characters are super important. It's brought so many people to Spider-Man, brought new ideas to the table that are still being used today. In price, you know, that's also pretty important. So seeing a new show for a whole new generation of kids to watch is it's just really cool. I don't know, I just feel so giddy about this. So before we talk about the show, or the trailer and stuff we've seen, because the show isn't out yet, we gotta talk about the prequel comic, because that's the thing he did, and I literally just read it. Like, as I was writing this in the script, I just finished reading it. And I'm gonna... let's just go over the plot. Basically, something bad happens to Midtown High, having some serious damage done to the place. I think some kind of fight happens, but it's not shown in the comic. And look at some concept art shows Doctor Strange battling some monster that vaguely resembles Venom, so I guess that happens. But you know what? That's not important. Peter and Nico, as they're introducing themselves, a radioactive spider wants to get into conversation. Unfortunately, it seems that this spider doesn't exactly understand how to have a conversation, so it starts fighting Peter, which makes him pass out for like 2 seconds. Like, a panel after that happens, he just gets back up. I assume Peter gets bit by some magical spider during Doctor Strange's fight. Maybe it's not radioactive, maybe it is I don't fucking know. They don't... If it is magical, I guess they want to do two things here. One, tie Peter's origins to be more magical, and two, bring other heroes into Peter's origins. I'll talk about my thoughts on those two things later. Anyway, the school gets even more fucked by an explosion, but, you know, I'm sure we won't have to worry about that. May and Peter get back home, and Nico and her foster mom come over, just because. They just kind of felt like it. Petro and Knight talk about Midtime High exploding and how it affects them, leading to them going to the school to check out how bad the damage is. What could possibly go wrong? After some investigating, our duo comes to the conclusion that Mob Boss Silvermane is a big stinky head, and he caused the explosion because he wants to buy the land. Before they had a chance to get more details, they were here Superman's men and get out of there. But Peter gets seen. Ruh-roh. He escapes through spidery means and gets back home to call Nico. He says they should call the police, but Nico states that mobsters always have a cop or two up their sleeves, meaning they could be a target, especially with the whole superpower thing going on with Peter. This gives him the idea to wear a costume that hides his identity to stop those dastardly people. Why'd I go Australian? We cut to the big man's headquarters where he says they need to summon the enforcers to take care of this problem. But that's it. I think it's a pretty interesting take on the origins of Spider-Man, and we still have more of it to see in this show. They seem to be taking aspects from early Spider-Man lore, like the Enforcers and Silvermane. Hope we see more things like that, you know. It's pretty cool to see people actually take things from the comics from this comic book character. I don't really know anything about Nico, but he seems good, I guess. I think the best scene from this is where Nico and Peter talk about Midtime High exploding, because it gives the audience a reason to care about that school, while also giving more depth to Peter and Nico. Peter! It reminds me of his 2017 self, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I kinda like him there, actually. He's a dork but charming. I find this scene really good because it highlights that Peter is willing to protect his friends and family, becoming Spider-Man. I know that's, like, super basic, like, that's the most basic shit ever, but I don't know, I just like it very much. So, this concept art. I know this isn't shown in, like, the comic, but it must have happened, so I feel like it's worth mentioning. I personally think it's kind of lame for other heroes to be involved in the origins of Spider-Man. And also, I think it's kind of lame to have the Spider-Bite be magic rather than science, but they might make it work. I mean, I think they know what they're doing with this. I guess they really want to emphasize that Peter was just a normal kid who got spider powers through an accident. I mean, like, even more by something like this, because this shit just happens in New York all the damn time. I also think they just want to have some more world-building stuff for this new universe. So I suppose it's a good setup for more heroes and stuff. Maybe they'll do, like, more TV shows or whatnot. Overall, I really like this. This comic does a great job at setting up our new world and characters, and it looks like the show will go even deeper into this. I think you guys should check it out. It's an enjoyable read, and issue 2 is coming out soon, so that's exciting. Hello, it is me, Future Polly, once again. I know my, talking about my opinion on just comic wasn't very long. It didn't last. It didn't last very long. But I did that because one, I want you to check out the comic yourself, and second, it's not a very long comic. There's not that much to talk about. It's pretty short, though. It's very fun. I think you should read it yourself. Me personally, Speaking of exciting, the trailer. Yeah, this trailer is so fun. I just need to start this segment off with that. I love the way it's edited. The pacing is fast. There's a story happening with showing Peter's raccoon and Norman being a mentor. I love the homemade suit in this. The hockey pads are cool, and like I said, the lens is changing shape. It's his eyes being highlighted to show the expression. I just think that's interesting. I find it funny how we see so much of this suit instead of the classic suit. We've barely seen that, and don't worry, we'll talk about that in a minute. Peter drawing suit concepts again is so cool. Peter making his own ideas for suits is fun, and I'm kind of upset we lost that in the MCU. It's like they're trying to make up for that. I know that's small. It's really small, but it's just cool. I really like this intro song they have playing in the trailer. It sounds very good. It kind of reminds you when the early 2000s stuff will remix old music, and I think that's very epic. No one's kind of listing off things I like and saying it's cool, but it is cool. Okay, it's been so long since we had a Spider-Man show that genuinely looks good and interesting, that, this is a breath of fresh air. And stuff. Yeah, wow. I'm very interested to see how they're going to do this Norman being a mentor thing. We see Norman see Peter as a son in various adaptations, such as Spectacular Spider-Man. Meaning this isn't exactly a brand new concept? Kinda? I don't know, I'm probably reaching. Anyway, I'm curious to see how this relationship between Peter and Norman will evolve. Of course, until the inevitable season finale where they do get out in the costumes. We see this picture of Cap and Norman, so I wonder if Norman's this really well-respected guy in the superhero community, but is secretly fucked up and shit. Hello, it is me, Future Polly, once again. I like to expand on this a little bit because I originally had something else. I had more to add to that, but I thought it fucking sucked, so I'm gonna do a new one. Honestly, I really love it they do that, because that gives the opportunity for Norman to be this manipulative, and malicious guy. I just love to see how they do that, and that's all I have to say. As we see in the trailer, Norman gets Peter the Future Foundation suit, and let me be blunt, it looks like shit. I really do not like these red sections to the suit. It clashes against the design. They come out of nowhere. For some reason, his eyes are black, while the rest of the suit is white and a dark grayish blue instead of just being white and black. What the fuck? Just pick that dark blue or black. His waist just looks weird. What is this? He has these gray fangs around him that are just plastered, especially on his back, but I don't think they have a purpose. So it just looks ugly as shit. I guess we're on the topic of suits, so let's talk about the classic suit. When I tell you this is the most perfect classic suit you can get, I mean it. The web pattern is nice, the lens is at good shape, colors are bright and colorful. I like the blue soles, but there's this one thing holding this back. The logo. For some unholy reason, the logo is just the back logo on the front. Why would you do that? It makes sense in the homemade suit, because that's a suit that's in the idea's face. Clearly that's a design that's not fully realized. But here, what the fuck? There's no excuse here. It's just being different, but it doesn't mean that different doesn't mean good, so don't fucking do that. I'm shocked I haven't mentioned the animation and/or look of the show this far to the video, but I have to. This is easily the thing I've seen people talk about the most instead of literally anything else. People say this looks like shit. No. Many people speak negatively about this, but I'll defend it. I think it does the comic book style very well, and I think the animation itself looks mostly good. Sometimes it looks pretty stiff. I think it will look absolutely better if it had more cartoony movement, but I don't know. I still like this. Maybe it's because I really like Thanasis' look. Maybe my standards are too low, but I still like this. However, this show look 10 times better if it had actual lighting. This scene here looks the best because there's actual lighting, and the shading looks, the shading and the animation is noticeably better for some reason. And in this scene, it looks kind of bad because Spidey's in a floating building, but the lighting isn't as good as it should be, so it doesn't even look like the place is truly burning. If it looked more like Tanas, this show will look fucking incredible. I like this Peter voice. This is the same voice actor from that one What If episode where he's doing his best Tom Holland impression, if you didn't know. I'm glad he isn't exactly doing that again, and more so doing his own thing. I thought this was a PS4 Miles voice actor, but this may be NPC Miles, and that's really funny. Also, Screwball cameo. It seems like they're interested in tying social media and Spider-Man. this isn't a new thing. Like, we've seen this in some stuff, like the TASM 1 game, the first 2 Insomnia games, that intro cutscene in the Avengers game. Why the hell are all my example games? Anyway, shows I usually do just suffer because it would just fucking suck. But if they do it good here, then this will be an interesting way to bring a new aspect of relatability to Peter, to younger kids who post TikToks and whatever those whippersnappers do all day. Why do I sound so old? Also, it could be a smart way to bring an aspect of Spider-Man that isn't exactly paid attention to. He's Peter Addicts. Yeah, he quips and stuff, but I think that aspect of the character could be explored a bit deeper. Why? Because it really highlights how Peter feels when he's Spider-Man. I think him using social media is a really smart and modern way of showing that. So this is off script, but I'm assuming he'll get his like own social media account or something, because in the trailer it's not his own, it's just the guy he was fighting when he was live streaming and shit. So maybe he would just make his own later on. I think they said something about him having his own social media thing at some point. I'm not gonna look for a source, but if also they could probably incorporate his talking to himself thing through this. I don't. Yeah, they could do that, I guess. I can see the pieces to this puzzle. Like, it's just so cool. I like what they're doing here. It's just, I hope they look. Yeah. I like that this teacher's name is Mr. Campbell, like Bruce Campbell. I like Bruce Campbell. He's funny. And I think that's all I have to say about the trailer. I wish I could be a bit more organized and stuff, but that's just, I don't really have that skill right now. So, I'm a little excited about this show. I want to see this adaptation of Spider-Man flourish and stand on his own while being creative and unique. And also good, don't forget that part. But I don't think this will be the best Spider-Man show or anything. Like, it will be so damn hard to surpass the animated series or Spectacular Spider-Man. Like, holy shit, that would happen for decades. But I do think this will truly be a cool take on his character. It seems the team behind this care, and I believe in him. Hello, it is me, Future Polly, once again. I am recording an outro to this outro. So, I hope you liked the video. Like, I hope you had as much fun as watching it as I did recording it. I surely didn't have much fun making it, because holy shit, CapCut sucks. I'm sure you noticed throughout the video that the editing gets weaker, especially around, like, I don't know, the 7-minute mark, 5-minute mark, or something like that. That's just because CapCut really sucks. This fucking project's been taking up my storage. I had to keep deleting shit. It's a fucking nightmare. I basically try to get this out as soon as I possibly can, and then stuff in my life just kind of got in the way, so I kept not working on the video for, just a really long time. Yeah. I know I don't go into any, like, really, really in-depth thoughts and observations I had about this show, like, as right now, but honestly, I'm fine with this. We've only had a trailer and a prequel comic. Definitely, we don't have too much to work off right now, but I am definitely going to make something more, I guess professional will be the word, for my video about the series, like, when it actually comes out, because I'm definitely going to be doing that. Wow, yeah, I don't think you're going to see a video like this for a while, because holy shit, I hate editing. I hate it so much. So, bye-bye.